What is up, YouTube? We are back with Satoria here, and we were given at the end of our previous engagement a quest to kill 100 enemies of the kind that we were killing 10 of before. So we knew when we came back today we would have ourselves a little grind session necessary. So that's exactly what we have. We do have our turbo running on the loot button still, so at least our loot is taking care of itself. I don't know why that menu popped up. And yes, we discovered yesterday that the snails are very vulnerable to our special move. The nice thing is it appears we kept the 10 grass rocks from the first quest. So we actually start out 10% complete. I don't know if this is the most plentiful area for enemies to do this. Now, the previous screen has more, but it's also got a lot of competition. And several times we came dangerously close to actually just getting killed by random people. Those people weren't intending to kill us, their attack was very damaging to us. And there's no PvP toggle or anything. If you hit someone with your attack, you're going to hit them. So naturally that creates some problems when an area gets overpopulated. I do think 100 is probably a little too much. People are going to see that number and be like, no. Like, if you had analytics, my guess is that a fair number of people would quit at this quest, right? Um, Honestly, it would make more sense even if you just broke it up into a couple of different quests where the only difference was you had to run back to the quest giver for incremental rewards. I guess 42 is not too bad on kills, but we only have 21 rocks, which means that at the current rate we're going to have to kill 200. And they don't really provide any challenge or meaningful experience, unfortunately. The enemies we were killing inside the bunker, they had, we were getting 50 experience a kill. They are dropping some items, like swords. Sometimes items just don't want to pick up. Let's see, what is all this stuff we've been picking? Okay, we've got quite a few swords. Iron blades, bamboo swords. We're using a bamboo sword. That we also picked up off the ground. So in the end, this quest is the kills aren't even going to matter. It's just going to be about collecting the items. It's funny, I was reading the Discord on yesterday about how, you know, there are some valuable high-level drop items that are quite contested. Everybody knows where they are, and, you know, there are people that come through. I don't know if they still use the term PKing, player killing. Back when I was playing Ultima Online as a kid, that's the term we used. And yeah, they come through because, you know, they want... This used to happen to me when I was mining in Ultima Online. Like, they want the loot that I'm mining because mining is a dull task and a boring skill to build up. But they don't want to, you know, mine or build up the skill. So they just come through and kill miners. They're like wolves, and miners are the sheep of the ecosystem. So... You know, you probably have the same dynamic here where you've got some players who like to farm the, you know, PvE content, you know, kill enemies, and then you're going to have other players that come through shearing them like sheep to get the loot. So you're going to need, at the very least, some sort of escape plan or defense. Even if you're a pure gatherer, right? Like when I did mining in UO, until I bought a house and mined out of the house, which protected me. I had some mage skill, so I could recall, and recall was basically an instant teleport across the world, right? So if someone attacked me, if anyone even came in looking like anything other than a miner, I would instantly teleport. And later on, it just wouldn't even matter if they looked like a miner, because people would dress up like a miner, but they were actually a mage. And they didn't need any gear to kill you, so they could look like a miner. And I just, you know, would teleport out if anybody showed up. And I would often mine in remote areas of the world that weren't as efficient, because it was more efficient to use a less efficient mining field where you didn't get killed. Some of the best mining fields, they were just so well known that it was kind of insane to use them, unless you were a full-on combat character that happened to be a miner. Now, my concern here is that we're almost to 100 grassers, and we don't have even 25 grass rocks. We're doing okay on the snail shells. 51, and we killed all the snails. I definitely don't like how the grassers are looking, though. It's starting to look like we're going to have to kill 500 of these things. I mean, if we were at least gaining some decent experience, I guess it would be alright. We're getting a lot of credits. I don't really know if credits are good or not. You know, like, money is obviously good, but some games the currency is extremely good, and other games it's not so good. I don't know what kind this is yet. Considering how you can get it so quickly, I'm thinking it's probably not super valuable. I could see a lot of people farming this up with bots. And that's normal. The base currency is normally like that, right? Like, not very valuable. And again, you know, that's the stereotype is more from PvE games, right? And this is like a full. Crap. Okay, so looks like some of the hotkeys we're using for the game are causing OBS to freak out.